and welcome to our channel. Our topic for today's lesson is local winds and sudden or irregular winds. So in the previous class, we learned about planetary winds and its subtype and periodical winds and its subtype. So in today's class, we will learn what are local winds, different type of local winds, and sudden or irregular winds and type of sudden and irregular winds. So let us start with local winds. So local winds are the winds which blow over a small area, which blow over a certain area. Those type of wind are known as local winds. They are locally induced, they are locally formed because of difference in local temperature and pressure of that place, and because of the presence of various relief features like mountains, rivers and plateaus present in that particular area. These local winds have different characters and they are named accordingly in different places. For example, dry and hot wind are known as Lu in India, and the same type of wind in the Sahara Desert is known as Sirocco. So these type of winds are named according to their characteristics in different places. So there are warm winds and cold winds. So some of the local winds might be warm and some might be cold. So here are the name of some warm winds and cold winds. So for this, you just have to remember the names of warm wind and cold winds and the place over which they blow. So the very first one being foehn. So foehn is a warm wind that blows along the Rhine Valley and on the leeward side of Alps in Europe. So sometimes this foehn can also be the cause of forest fire. Next one is Chinook. So Chinook is also a type of warm wind that blows over Rocky Mountains in USA and Canada. Chinook is also known as snow eater. So Chinook blows in the part of USA and Canada. After Chinook is Sirocco. Sirocco is hot and dry wind that is formed in the interior of Sahara Desert and blow towards Mediterranean Sea. So this Sirocco is also known as Khamsin in Egypt and Levech in Spain. So Sirocco, Sahara Desert. Next is Lu. Lu is hot and dry wind that blows over northern plains of India during summer season in the month of April to June. So Lu blows in northern plains of India. So these are some of the warm winds and the place over which they blow. Now besides warm local winds, we also have cold local winds. Those are Mistral and Bora. It's mentioned in your book. So Mistral is the wind that blows over Rhone Valley, and Bora is type of cold wind that blows over Adriatic coast. So both these winds are very violent in nature. So Mistral blows over Rhone Valley and Bora blows over Adriatic coast. So apart from these winds, there are few more type of winds in your textbook. So please go through the winds mentioned in your book and the area over which they blow. Now after the local winds, we'll move on to the next type of wind, that is sudden or irregular winds. So as the name suggests, sudden and irregular winds are irregular and sudden in nature. They are not regular and we cannot predict their path. So there are two types of sudden or irregular winds. Those are cyclone and anticyclone. So cyclone is a weather condition associated with large low pressure created at the center, in which the wind blows towards the center from the outward high pressure region. So this is the low pressure area. It is surrounded by high pressure area. So in case of cyclone, the wind starts to blow from the area of high pressure towards the area of low pressure from all the direction. So wind blows spirally towards the low pressure area from the surrounding high pressure region. So cyclones can be very destructive in nature, as the wind blows at the speed of 150 km/h. And these cyclones, they blow in an anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, they blow in an anti-clockwise direction. And in the southern hemisphere, the same cyclone, they blow in an clockwise direction, like this. So this is anti-clockwise direction towards northern hemisphere, and this is clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. So while learning about cyclones, we can take, for example, recently witnessed Amphan cyclone that originated in the Bay of Bengal and caused a lot of destruction in the eastern part of India, comprising the state of Orissa and West Bengal. And it is known to be one of the strongest and violent cyclone ever witnessed by India. The next is anticyclone. So anticyclone is a weather condition in which a large high pressure region is created at the center, and the wind blows outward spirally from the center towards the outer low pressure region. So this is the high pressure area created at the center, and this high pressure region is surrounded by low pressure area. So as a result of which the wind blows outward from the center towards the area of low pressure. So anticyclone is characterized by clear and very pleasant weather. And in the northern hemisphere, anticyclone blows in an clockwise direction, and in the southern hemisphere they blow in anti-clockwise direction. So if you are asked to write the difference between cyclone and anticyclone, the very first difference would be the center of cyclone has low pressure. So low pressure is created at the center. Low pressure is formed at the center. At the center. And in case of anticyclone, high pressure is formed at the center. So this is the very first difference. So next difference would be the wind blow inward, and for anticyclone the wind blows outward. The third one would be associated with thunder, lightning, and rain. So the third difference for anticyclone is associated with clear and pleasant weather. So this was all about the difference between cyclone and anticyclone. If you want to learn more, you can have a look in your book. So there are two types of cyclones. Those are tropical and temperate cyclones. So we'll just learn about tropical cyclone. So tropical cyclone is a very strong and destructive cyclone that is formed over water bodies in the tropical regions of the world. So tropical cyclone has all the characteristics similar to the cyclone. The central part has a low pressure and it is surrounded by high pressure regions. And the wind starts blowing from the area of high pressure towards the area of low pressure, that is towards the center. And the center of the tropical cyclone is known as eye of the cyclone. The central part of tropical cyclone is known as its eye, and it is the area of low pressure. So today we learned about the local winds and sudden or irregular winds. In local winds, we learned about different types of warm and cold winds that originate in a specific region, their names and the place associated with them. And in sudden or irregular winds, we learned about two types of sudden and irregular winds. Those are cyclones and anticyclones. That's all for today. Thank you.